We've met already before.
Yeah.
So this isn't our first meeting, but we talked about a lot of things that you have been struggling with.
Yeah.
With your stuff in class
Yeah.
and things at home.
Mhm.
And first of all, let's just check in. We talked a couple days ago, but how are things going? Tell me how things went today in class.
Kind of good. Kind of bad. I didn't really do good on my NC check-in, so I've been really upset with myself.
Okay. And you did all three: math, reading, and science, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Did you struggle on all three of them?
I didn't do too good. I did good, but I didn't do too good on my reading. But on my math, I completely failed. I completely failed.
Okay.
Yeah, out of 25, I made a 9.
You made a 9 out of 25. Okay.
And then for reading, I made a 41.
Out of, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what the scale is on the.
Well, I made a
I get
49, but
confused on which tests.
I made a 49, but I don't know
what that ranks at.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, when I was just out there getting you from recess, Miss Young said you did not do your reading log.
I got 4 books done, but the only reason why I can't really focus because I have ADHD really bad. So, whenever I try to read, I'll look at my book, and then my mind will just, what's that? That's pretty. And I just can't focus.
And you struggle on focusing to be able to read them.
Yeah. And
okay, the 4 you read, did you do good? Did you get what'd you score on those?
All 100.
All 100. So you can focus enough to do those 4, correct? Okay.
But I can't focus to get them all 8. I got half of what I was supposed to get.
And how long have you had for those?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Which means you just have to do 1 a day. Yeah. And what time are you given in class for it?
I don't know. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, I think you have more than that. I don't know. You did when I was in there teaching science last year. You guys had more time.
Yeah,
because she gives you time in there. You have time in the morning when you come in to do reading log, and sometimes your other teachers give you time to do reading log.
You know what's funny? They said you had time to take a test during you had time to take a test during the test, after you were done. And I don't know if it was arguing or something like that, but I said we didn't really get any time because I wasn't allowed to take my test. All I got to do was read a book, and the book was not interesting. I thought it was something else. I got the book and I thought it was something else.
So you had a book after the NC check-in was done, but it wasn't interesting at all, and then you weren't allowed to get your iPad out and test on anything.
Yeah, I'm into comic books,
like the graphic novels.
Yeah, stuff like that. Spider-Man, Superman, the Babysitter Club.
Okay.
The new ones, not the old ones. I can't stand the old ones.
Now, are the new ones written like graphic novels? I did not know that.
They have little pictures and then words.
Mm-hmm.
And I know all the characters' names. I just can't think of them right now.
Mm-hmm. But you like reading those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, on the reading log, do you have specifically these 8 books that you're supposed to read, or you just have to have 8 books read?
8 books read. There's a reading log, and then you have 32 different books on one thing.
Right. On your one paper.
Yeah, and it's one thing. It's all Superman, and then next week it's all, let's say, about writers, artists. And then there's another one about musicians and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it goes different, and the Superman, it wasn't interesting at all.
Like any of them on that
No.
one. Well, I think
And
there
they
were probably
wanted-
some good ones on there.
There was
You just
some
may
good
not
ones.
pick the ones.
Yeah, there were some good ones. It was just they weren't Superman and they weren't Spider-Man. They weren't nothing like that. There was Lego one. There was the actors of like the DC and stuff like that. But the Legos, and then there was dogs. So like there wasn't
Okay,
really.
so were the dogs like? Did they do something heroic in their stories?
No.
Like
It's just like a pet. It's like, you know, like them books that say, like, it's like, it talks about their pet and it talks about golden retrievers and stuff like it. That's
so
what
like
it
the
was.
different breeds.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like anything heroic.
Okay, but
So I didn't have that many things to
tell
pick
me
from.
if you think out of 30 some books that you could find 8 that you could read.
Yeah, I could. There was these 4 books that I did read. It was I like the ones that were like about the people that played in the human version movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I read about the Black Panther. I've read about
So the books were about the author. I mean the actors, like
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
yeah, that's what we read about. That's what also
Okay,
I read
so you
about.
read him who played Black Panther.
Yeah, I read about this girl named Scarlett.
Johansson.
Yeah,
Who played
Johansson.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read her just a couple minutes ago. I read Tom Holland.
Okay.
I read something else. But they were like really good books, and I didn't get enough time. There was like 5 of them, I think, and I didn't get enough time to read the other one.
Okay. So, tell me what you think you need to do, because we're starting our new week next week, I assume. You're going to have a new reading log. Tell me what you need to do to be able to get all 8 books done in the next 2 weeks.
I feel like I don't want to tell the teachers this because I feel like they'll be like, no, you don't need this. You're perfectly fine. You just need a focus. But like I feel like I need to sit by a teacher. So like I'm reading a book and then by accident I just like start looking around and she could be like, hey, get back to reading. Like
To help you focus.
yeah, I need that help because I cannot focus on my own.
Okay.
I know I cannot. I have tried
Okay.
so many times.
When we met earlier this week, you had said something about your parents were going to have you start taking medication again.
I used to take medication like all the time, 24/7. And then my dad lost his job, and he used to work at a casino, and he made really good money, really, really good money. Like we were basically rich. And then lost his job, and then I think someone stole from our bank. So then we just went bankrupt,
Okay.
and we.
So you've had a struggle getting medication.
Because
Okay.
the Medicaid, it ran out and it said it was a $17,000 deductible. And we did not have that money.
Okay.
They knew we didn't have that money. And we
Okay.
just got Medicaid like 2 days ago.
Okay. So that you told me that you think that's going to help. Okay. Have you ever asked Miss Young about sitting up by her desk? No. Okay.
Like, I'll go up and I'll be like, can we read together? Because, like, sometimes she reads with a group and she'll, like, read a certain book and we'll get it done in about, like, 5 minutes. Perfect. But, like, every time I ask her, she's like, no, Cassidy, you gotta read by yourself. No, Cassidy, I'm doing something. No, Cassidy, I can't read with you because I just got stuff to do. And, like, it gets me upset, but not, like, upset at the teacher. It just gets me upset because, like, I know I can do the work.
You
It's
have.
just, I feel like I can't do it, but I know I can
Okay.
at the same time. And it gets me all worked up and upset, like,
And this is what we talked about before also, where you feel like you get really anxious about stuff.
it just gets me upset how, like, I can't do things like the other kids. Like, I know I'm different, but, like, I don't know why God or whoever made me so different. Because I know different's a good thing, But difference is also a bad thing at the same time to me.
I think you tell me if this is how you're feeling. You're feeling like, yes, people are different and that's good, but at the same time, the way you're different, you feel like makes it harder for you and not maybe for some other people.
Like, I'm lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
Other people aren't. So whenever I have to go to the bathroom, I'm in the bathroom for about 5 minutes. The teachers get on to me and they're like, hey, why are you in the bathroom for about 5 to 10 minutes? I'm like, because I'm not, and they cut me off. They're like, other kids, they go to the bathroom and they're gone for about 2 minutes and they come back. I'm like, well, maybe they don't have a condition where they're allergic to milk. They're like, you're not allergic to milk. If you were allergic to milk, then you would have a note. You would be able to go to the doctors and they would write you a note and tell you, hey, this girl's lactose. You're not lactose intolerant. I said, okay, then I guess I'm not.
Okay. So that's frustrating for you as well.
Very.
Okay. Today, have you had any situations today where you got really anxious? We've talked about how you felt like your heart's beating really fast, and you've described that your heart beats fast, that you feel like you can't breathe and you're going to have an asthma attack, or you start crying. Okay, so did you have anything like that today?
Just a couple minutes ago, whenever I was talking about like me being lactose and me being different, I had one of them, just like a little tiny smidge. And whenever my super was telling me about like what I made on my math.
Okay.
So I got really scared and really upset. So like I started crying. And like I really try not to cry in school because I feel like whenever I cry, I'm ugly. So I really try not to cry at school, but sometimes it.
Do you mean
it just
like you're acting ugly, or you
my face
look
is
ugly?
Yeah, I look ugly. Like I get a double chin, and like I get like.
Well, everybody looks that way when they cry, though. Does everybody? Do you know of anybody that looks pretty when they cry?
Yeah.
Who?
There was this one movie.
Okay, but they're acting, child. They're acting. You know that that's not real, though.
What?
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I understand that you don't want to cry at school. I know sometimes we don't want other people to see us crying because of the way they may react to it.
They're like, why are you crying? You look so ugly. Or, why are you crying? You're such a crybaby. Or, why are you crying?
I can see
that looks stupid.
Some people probably being like, why are you crying? You look like a crybaby. Sometimes that happens to us, doesn't it?
Especially Zamani. Zamani makes fun of me. He trips me. He calls me stupid. He calls me retarded. Stuff like that. That really gets me upset.
And that's something that's going to make you feel really bad, isn't it?
And he don't see that. So I just can't wait until we get to middle school because I'm going to start calling him that. Because I know, because like...
Cassidy.
No, because I'm getting tired of it because the teachers here don't do nothing about it. So they just let him say whatever he wants. He says the N-word to people. This morning, Miss Marks wasn't feeling good. You know that. And I told on him because he kept on calling me retarded and stupid and ugly. So I was like, I told the teacher, I was like, he keeps on calling me stupid, retarded, and ugly. And he went up to the teacher lying, saying that I called my sister's boyfriend an a-hole. And I was like, I never said that. And then she was like, well, have you ever cussed? Because I heard that she said that you cuss. And he said, yeah, I call people the N-word. And she was okay with that. She was like, Zamani, you can't do that. Go back to your seat, okay? And stop saying that word. She didn't get on to him. She just said, like, with a calm voice, don't do that, please. Or she, like, don't say anything mean to him. But, like, whenever I don't get my work done, she's like, Cassidy, come on, you have to do this. You have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
tell me
why do you act different?
Tell me why you think she really pushes you to, like, get your work done.
Because I don't get it done in enough time.
Okay, because it takes you longer?
She says, Cassidy, you're fine. You can do this. You're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm not fine. Like, I'm not fine.
Okay.
Like, I have not been able to focus. My grandparents died just a couple months ago.
And we've talked about that before, but that was a very difficult time for you.
Yeah, like, she don't really understand what I'm going through, and I want her to understand. But at the same time, I don't want her to understand because I feel like if she understands too much, she's gonna be overprotective, and she'll tell me, Cassidy, if you don't get this done, then you'll have to get a dojo took. Or Cassidy, like, I feel like she'll be harder on me.
Okay. So when you don't get your assignments done, they take dojo points?
Mhm.
Okay.
And like, I'll get my morning work done, and I'll be like, hey, I'm done. Or I'll go put it on her desk and she'll forget about it and won't get me like, if I do my morning work, she'll give me dojos. But, like, she's been forgetting a lot. So, like, I haven't been getting my dojos. So I haven't been getting my Fun Friday. But it's not my fault. I've been getting my stuff done. And they're saying you're not. And she says, yes, I am guilty of not giving the kids dojos. And Miss Young and all the teachers are like, oh, that's why. They don't even send the kids to go play. They just keep them there still.
Okay.
They still keep them there after a teacher
tell me how that
admits
makes
what
you
they did.
feel.
It, like, gets me upset because I know I did the work. I know I tried hard. And it makes me feel like they just threw that away and they're like, I don't care.
It makes you feel like the hard work you put in doesn't count or doesn't matter. And that's difficult, isn't it? Okay. Tell me what you think you could try to do about that.
I don't know.
Any ideas?
I don't know. Like,
Could you keep a log of the days that you've got your work done on time?
yeah,
And like
maybe
do a
we
note
could,
in your iPad and do, or like a weekly one. You could do like
Yeah.
a weekly one or a note in your iPad that's you're checking off, hey, I got it done today. I got science morning work
Wait,
done.
but
I
like-
got reading morning work done. I got math morning work done.
I've now had 2 things to do of morning work for math. I've got 2 things from science and 1 thing from reading. So I have like 5 things that I have to do in the morning. And plus that, sometimes I like get distracted. I start talking to my friends because I haven't seen them in like 24 hours or something like that. I'm like,
Overnight.
And I'm like, hey girl, what's up? And we start talking, and then she'll be like, hey, stop talking. I'm like,
Okay.
I bet you
So-
when you were a kid, you were talking to your friends. So I don't want you to get upset
but
with me.
what? Tell me what her position is. What is she supposed to be doing?
Who?
Your teacher.
I'm getting on my knee.
No, she's not supposed to. That's not her primary job of what she's doing. Tell me what is her primary responsibility.
To make me pass the grade.
Well, not just pass the grade. She wants you to what?
Learn.
Learn. Thank you. She wants you to learn, doesn't she? Okay. So tell me how that relates to her getting on you to get you to stop talking to your friends.
But I never get to talk to my friends.
Speak up just a little because I couldn't quite hear everything you said there.
I never get to talk to my friends.
You can talk to them at recess. You talk to them at lunch.
My friends are.
You talk to them before class starts, probably a little bit.
No, because before class starts, I have to get all my work done from in my homeroom. My homeroom's
Yeah,
Miss
you've got
Marks.
Miss Marks for homeroom, and you
And-
got to get your morning work done.
Yeah, and then I move to Miss Hooper. You do not talk in there, or you will get like 5 dojos taken, and you'll get silent lunch, or you'll get sent to the principal's office. And in Miss Young's class, she's starting to say that she's going to start being mean because nobody in there focuses. And I'm like,
Did she say she's going to start being mean, or she's going to start getting on you more?
mean.
She said she's going to start being mean? Okay.
She said, I'm going to have to start taking some tips from Miss Hooper. Because y'all don't talk in there. Y'all do y'all's work without arguing. Y'all focus in there. I'm going to have to take some tips from her to start being so strict on y'all. I'm going to be the most evilest teacher in this whole county.
Okay.
Well, like, it's not my fault that I can't focus, but it also is my fault because I'm my body and my body can't focus, so it's gonna be my fault. Like, it's always gonna be my fault.
Then are you trying to say with that because it's your body and it's your mind, then you're responsible. It's your fault if you can't focus, and it's your fault if your work doesn't get done because you're in control of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, one of the things we were going to talk about was we were going to talk about the anxiety and the feelings you've been having. Okay, and I'm going to turn it so we can see. This is my thing of my spots.
Spots.
Okay, these are our spots of emotion, and they all refer to a different emotion.
They have tiny legs.
Okay? And as you're looking at them, you have, okay, this one is the one where you feel loved, you feel special, cared for. Okay, if you have this one, if this is the emotion you're feeling, if the pink spot is the emotion you're feeling love. See? It says you're loved. Okay?
That one's my enemy.
What is your enemy?
The
Which one?
pink one.
Okay, tell me why that one's your enemy.
I don't feel loved. I don't. No, like, I don't know why. It's just
Say, tell me a little more about that. You don't know why, but
like whenever I go home, like I'm gonna start crying, just to let you know.
okay.
Like, I get really upset with myself because, like, my mom will start screaming at me. She'll start saying, hey, you need to start doing your, like, you need to start caring about, like, me, because my heart's functioning at 50% and I'm gonna die soon. And I'm like, I don't want you to die, honestly, but you don't see that I try my hardest at school, I try my hardest at the house, and she don't see that. And that really gets me upset because then she starts screaming at me. And then whenever Harper's in the hallway, she'll be like dancing around. She'll start playing with the cats.
Harper does?
Uh-huh. And then my mom will start screaming at me. And then she'll be like, Cassidy, go to your room. You're supposed to be cleaning up your room. And I'm like, I am. I'm in my room. And she don't, like...
And she thinks it's you out in the hall.
Yeah, and then
but
she'll
it's
be like...
Harper out there doing stuff.
And then she'll be like, well, why would Harper be out in the hallway? She's supposed to be in her bedroom. I'm like, why would Harper do a lot of things that she's not supposed to? But she does it anyways. And she's like, don't talk back to me. Don't start, like, getting a smart mouth at me. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you the things that Harper does behind your back. She cusses. She screams. She hollers. She pinches me. She bites me. My mama don't know that. Like, I literally got sucked on by her.
Okay.
And I don't
And
know
that was
why.
Harper that did that?
Yeah.
She's in Miss Settle's class, right?
And my mama's gonna be like, if you tell her that, she's gonna be like, she's lying. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take her phone. I'm gonna do everything. I'm not lying. Why would I suck on myself? That's just nasty.
Okay.
Harper comes
Well,
in, like, I'll be holding her because I'm loving on her, or I'll be holding her because she won't get out of my room and she'll start biting me, sucking on me, and, like, whenever she sucks on me, it hurts because, like, she'll be sucking all the blood up. And Harper's very weird, like, very.
Okay. We'll talk more about this part of it next week, okay? Because we're still gonna meet every week, okay, for a little while. We'll meet every week. But, we'll work some more on the anxiety and more on the home
Does this mean
stuff.
I have to leave?
No, you're okay right now. Okay, you can stay here with me for a little bit longer. Okay? But we'll delve into more, we'll get into more of that problems at home next week, okay?